Today's lesson, did you all open your book page 122, 123? Let's start.
Yes.
Today's lesson is non-fiction reading, lesson 3 in unit 9, in unit 8. Title is explanatory text. What can you see in this cloud? So in this lesson, we're going to learn about clouds and water, and what are the clouds and what they do, and where is water coming from and where it goes after it's raining. Learning objective. What does explanatory text mean? It explain or tell us about something. What do you think the lesson is going to tell us? We're going to learn about clouds, rain, and trees, also the cycle of the water. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about clouds and how they form, and then the rain, and also when the rain goes down, it goes to the earth, to the trees, and also the cycle of the water. I think you have taken this lesson before in science. The cycle of the water goes around when it started until it goes back again to the sea, and then it evaporated all up again to the clouds to reform it inside the clouds, and then after that it goes down as rain. Learning objective of the lesson. We're going to learn to recognize different types of non-fiction text and their features. So as we know that non-fiction text, it means that a text based on a true events or true information. Non-fiction text can be an article, it can be a newspaper article, it can be a story based on a true event or something happened. So it's non-fiction, that means it's a true information that's given to us. Word cloud, billowing, and evaporate, filtered, and mingle. The first one is billowing, swollen or banging, rolling like a big wave. Evaporate, be transformed from liquid to vapor. Filtered, with dust and dirt removed, that means when it's cleaned up from dust and dirt. Mingle, mixed together. So mingle, that means when you mix things together. Everyone follow up in the book, please.
Okay.
Non-fiction. Okay, you can read, but just 1 second. Non-fiction reading part 2. What can you see in this cloud? So what they mean by what can you see in this cloud? Usually we see clouds. And clouds, they formed and shapes in different shapes and colors. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're a little bit gray, sometimes they are like dark gray. Every form and every shape and color, it shows us something in the cloud. So let's start. Mariam, you can read, and the rest of you please follow up in the book.
What can you see in the clouds? Clouds appear in many different forms. They can look like beautiful, blowing masses of cotton wool in the sky.
Stop, please. So the first part, it shows that the clouds, they appear in different types. It can be looking like beautiful, blowing mass of cotton. So they look like cotton wool in the sky. Okay? Carry on.
Okay. They can be dark.
Messengers.
They can be the dark messengers of coming storms.
Stop, please. So they can be dark messengers of coming storm. That means that the clouds, when we see them, they are like dark. We know that they are giving us the message that after these clouds that become dark, that we know that there's a storm coming. Carry on.
They can light up as fantastic lightning or crash and bang with noisy thunder.
So after we saw that this dark messenger, that they're telling us that there's a storm coming, sometimes we have what? Lighting, crash, the thunder, the big sound. Sometimes the sound comes first, and then we see the lighting into the sky that we know that the noisy thunders are coming. Someone else?
Sky read.
Okay,
Me.
Muhammad. Rain and water.
Rain and water. Each type of cloud gives an idea of what
Okay, carry on.
sort of weather to accept
To
it.
expect. So please,
To
so
expect.
so as I said, each type of the cloud give us an idea of what sort of weather to expect. So here, if the sky is clear, if the sky is blue, and we have like white clouds, that we know that the weather will be nice. Sometimes if the sky is having a dark clouds, we know that a storm is coming, it's going to be raining. If it's a little bit cloudy, and sometimes after rain, we see the cloud, they form in like a light gray, and then we see the rainbow coming after that, after the rain. Carry on, Mohammed. So each type shows different expectation. Certain types
Certain types Certain types bring rain which
provide
provides
vital water.
vital water.
Mhm.
Rain, rain natural
Naturally.
waters.
Mhm.
Rain naturally waters the ground and allows plants to grow.
So
Farmers need rain to grow crops for people and animals.
So as we know that each type of cloud bring us different type of water. So if it's like sometimes some clouds, they are white, they give us like a simple a little amount of water. If it's dark, it's going to be a storm, and it's going to be having a lot of water. Naturally, water goes to the ground after it's coming down from the cloud, and allow plants to grow. So plants need water to grow. Farmers need rain to grow crops for people and animals. So farmers usually depend on the rain on the winter, especially because it's raining a lot, to plant crops and to give water for people and animal. As people, we need water, and animal also need water. Carry on. Let's go to the next one. Trees. Who can read this?
Me.
No, someone else?
Me.
Ramadan? Trees?
Me.
Okay, Ramadan. Quickly, please, Ramadan. Start. Ramadan. Ramadan. Someone else? Who can read it? Someone else? Yusuf?
The biggest and
Most
most
important
important plant in this
cycle
plants are trees.
Okay, stop. So the biggest, most important plants in this cycle are trees. So we know that the water cycle, it comes from the clouds to the trees, to the ground, and then sometimes after that it evaporates and go back to the clouds. So it's a cycle. It's like a circle coming up and down. So the most important plants that is useful from this cycle is what that they use the water and they need the water is what is trees. Yusur, you can carry on. Tree produce.
Okay,
Mhm.
trees. Trees
Produce,
produce
filter it
filter it, clean air, and help
to
to from
form
new
new clouds.
new clouds.
So the most filtered plant is trees because trees they get the water, they filter it out into oxygen. That means when they get the water, they sort it up, they suck it down, and then they start filter it out to clean the air. And yes, Yusuf, do you have any question? So as I said, the trees are the most important part to clean the air. When they how can I say it? When they take the water, they suck it down and they grow bigger and they start filtering the water and cleaning up the air and give us oxygen and they help to form new clouds. Carry on, Yusur.
Okay,
Mhm. Wind,
when heat,
wind.
wind or
Mhm.
wind or heat cause
Causes
excess
excess rain,
excess rain water to
evaporate,
evaporate so that the tiny drops lets of the water
mingle with the air.
mingle with the air in the right
Stops up, please. So wind or heat causes excess. What does it mean? That means the wind or the heat are the reason of the water evaporate going up. The water drops, the tiny drops, they heat up, they evaporate, they goes up again to the water, to the air, to they mingle up with the air to form what? Clouds. Carry on.
in
In the right condition,
the right condition the droplets come together
the drops
and
come
from the clouds
form.
once again.
So these drops in a good condition, they start to gather up together, mix up together to form clouds again, once again into the sky. Carry on. In the
They in turn they will give the water back to the air in,
the
in the
form,
form of the rain,
mhm,
correct,
continuing,
continuing an
everlasting.
everlasting circle.
So what they mean by this, it's a circle. So when it's like it's raining, the trees take the water, they evaporate the water, the tiny drops into the oxygen into the air. The oxygen formed again to be again becoming tiny drops goes up again to the clouds. They form clouds, and then clouds rain again. So it's a circle, everlasting circle, continuing from the cloud to the ground to back again to the coming back again, forming a clouds again. So, do you understand? Do you have any questions so far?
No.
No.
Good. Let's start comprehension part, page 123. So A, here we have three sentences. Which sentence below is true? The first one, all clouds look the same. Is it true or false?
False.
That's correct. So all
False.
clouds, they don't look the same, so it's false. Number two, crops need water to grow. Is it true or false?
Yes.
True.
That's correct.
True.
Number three, trees causes rain water to evaporate. Is it true or false?
False.
False.
That's correct. False.
False.
So copy it down. Let's go to exercise B. What do you think? Number one, why do you think clouds are referred to a messenger in the extract? Why they said that the cloud is a messenger in the extract? Who can answer this?
What's extract again?
Why in the text, why they said that the clouds, they are messenger? Why they said they are messenger? They're giving us a message. Well, what is, why they tell in the
Coming
text?
storms.
Because they tell us about storms or rain that will be coming. Copy it down, please. So as we know that I said that the clouds, the shape of the clouds and the color, it shows up how the weather is going to be. Is it going to be clear and nice, or is it going to be dark? And we know that the storm coming after that, it's the shape of the cloud, the color of the clouds, it's referred to what's upcoming weather. You can screenshot the picture or the screen. It's just to save time. Let's go to number 2.
Miss Hajar.
Yes, Mohammed.
Can I write in classwork notebook?
Yes. It's much better to write in the classwork notebook as what do the same as what we did before in the classroom. Quickly, please. Mohammed, you can take a screenshot to your phone and later you could write it in your notebook.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. One.
Good.
I take a screenshot.
Let's go to the next part. Number 2. Water is described as vital in the extract. What does this mean? What does it mean, vital? Who can tell me?
Places.
Places?
Detail.
No. It's actually without water.
Brain which provides.
Yes, that's
Vapor.
correct. Without water, there can be no life. So vital, that means that it's the most important thing that we know, that water is important to all of us. So without water, there can be no life. We need water to live. Plants and animals need water too. So a vital means that water is very important to us. Is it clear?
So Miss Hajar, write it.
No, just take a screenshot, Muhammad, and then you can write it later.
Okay, 1 minute. I take.
Later, I'll learn it. Let's go to number 3. What is the importance of trees in the water cycle? So we talked about trees. What trees is important in what? What trees do in this cycle?
Okay, 1 minute. They take the air and they give us oxygen.
That's correct. So trees clean the air and they help to form new clouds. Okay. Let's go to number 4. So here we have how many paragraphs? 4 paragraphs, right? In the extract, 1, 2, 3, 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs. So we're going to choose. We're going to take each paragraph and we're going to shorten up or summarize each paragraph in one sentence. So follow up, please, with me. The first paragraph, clouds. Clouds come in many different shapes. So the first summary of the first paragraph is clouds comes in many different shapes. The second one, rain and water. Some clouds bring rain, which give us valuable water. Last paragraph, trees. Trees are an important part of the water cycle because they help produce new clouds. Copy it, please. Any questions so far?
No.
Is it clear?
Yes. No.
Good. So,
Miss
let's go.
Hajra, can I
Yes?
copy it?
Screenshot it, Mohammed. Please don't ask. Just take a screenshot, or I will send it to you later. I will send you the answers. But it's shorter and quicker to take a screenshot. Let's go to.
I take.
Okay, discussion time. So let's take 2 minutes to discuss this very quickly. Imagine, so we talked about that there's this water cycle. It's like a circle, like an endless circle. Imagine that there is a break in the water circle. Why might this happen? Discuss the problem that occur when there's not enough water. So we know that it's a circle. What will happen if something break this circle or this cycle? What will happen? Who can tell me? If something happen, if the clouds, for example, let's say the clouds, they're not forming, the water is not coming down, or the trees, they're not filtering the water and they're not cleaning up the air. What will happen if something bad or one of these problem occur or happen and break the cycle? Who can tell me? Anyone? Anyone? Someone?
What was the question? I couldn't hear you.
The question is that we know that it's a cycle, it's a circle, yes. What will happen if something happened to this circle and break it down? What will happen?
We will die.
There will be no reusable water.
That's correct. So the water will be there won't be enough water, and this might end life for human beings and animals and on Earth in general.
And we will die.
That's correct, because we need water. Water is the most important thing in our life. So that's it for today. Any questions?
No.
Is it clear?
No. Yes. Yes.
Thank you for.
Okay. Thank you. So that's it for today's lesson. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye, Miss Hajra.